Alan Taylor, I've got a question for you. Well, it's not my question, it's from Chris Hodgson. He wants to know the best budget feeder reel.
Ah, budget feeder reels. Well,
For fishing distance, by the way. That's a caveat, yeah.
Right, so as you can see in our shop, we have one or two. So, as it's going budget, I've picked a few out already for you.
Oh,
Thomas.
look at this. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail, and all that.
Is that what they say? So, let's start. Budget feeder reels.
For fishing distance.
For fishing distance, so probably he's going to be fishing with braid as well. Oh, it don't make any difference, braid or mono, but here's a couple for you to have a look at. If we're going budget, depending on how far are we talking 60 metres plus, or are we talking up to 60 metres? Because I use different reels for different distances.
Well, distance, so we're going over 60 metres.
We're going over 60 metres. Well, I'm going to start with a couple anyway, Tom, first, to go up to 50 to 60 metres, because we have different distances. So, for up to 50, 60 metres, a lot of time I just use a 12-foot rod. So, I don't like to put too big of reels on my rods. I like to match my reels with my rods. So, up to 50 metres, I'd use something like this Daiwa Crosscast.
Okay.
Crossfire, 4,000.
Yeah, how much are they?
$39.99.
Wow, so a nice price.
Yeah, nice price. Them or something like the Nitro NTRs.
Yeah.
20, 30 quid.
Wow.
Up to, and they do like different
I
sizes.
never realised it was anything that cheap, to be fair, anymore.
30 quid. If you're going up to 50 metres, perfect. Especially for silverfish. If we're going carping, we need to just step it up a little bit.
Is that what we're paying a bit more for?
That's
things
what
like...
for gearing and things
yeah,
like that.
bearings and all
Silverfishing, it don't make any difference whether it's 30 quid or 50 quid or 100 quid or 300 quid. You're not putting no pressure on gearing. So it don't have to have 7 ball bearings and this maglock that. You can use different reels. And some of them are as light as your 300 quidders to put on like them 9-foot rods we were looking at on another video. But if I'm going 60 metres plus, the best two I think in that range is you've got your Preston Extremities.
Yeah.
They do a 520 and a 620.
Yeah.
Again, the 520 are like up to 60 metres because it's just a little bit more compact. Nice shallow spools on them. So with these ones, just wind 150 metre braid on and that's it, job done. Or 100 metres of mono, job done. So if I'm going distance fishing, 150 metres of braid, I personally just use 012 because I seem to get less wind knots with that. But the new modern day is to fish 08, which I find is a bit, especially if you're not used to it, just stick with 010 or 012 braid and just wind that straight on there. If I were putting mono on either one of these two for going distance like 60 metres plus, I use 018, 020 mono, which sounds thin.
Yeah.
But then on that, I will use a shock leader.
Got you.
8 or 10 pound Daiwa ST, Drennan feeder mono, anything like a good, strong, robust line in 8 or 10 pound. But 018 or 020 is a key thing for distance in mono fishing. You don't want to be putting 8 pound or 10 pound mono straight through to cast 60 to 80 metres.
Okay.
Because the drag of the line
resistance, isn't it? More diameter, more resistance.
Casting,
yeah, makes sense.
So use a thin main line, but then put an 8 or 10 pounder on it. Shock leader. The extremities, 520 and a 620, 84.99, 89.99.
Okay, so still well under 100 quid.
Well under 100 quid. Great workhorse reels.
So that would be what you'd say probably, to answer his question, best distance feeder, budget reels, them two.
Yeah, or again, we've got another one from the Nitro range, the Airzon.
Yeah.
Great big spool on it, shallow, so your line cut peels off nice and freely.
Yeah.
Again, lovely distance reel.
Yeah.
$69.99.
Right, okay, so that's even cheaper.
Even cheaper. You know, you've got a good size reel there.
Yeah.
Nice big shallow spool, 60 to 80 metres, 100 metres, you cast comfortably with that reel.
Love it.
You can just put your spool of braid straight onto that and you're no backing or anything on it.
So there you are. That's, 70 quid.
70 quid.